Imagine this. You're earning a six-figure salary, working from a laptop on a beach in Thailand, a cozy cafe in Lisbon, or a mountain cabin in the Alps. You are the envy of your friends back home, living the digital nomad dream. But late at night, when the Wi-Fi is spotty and the city quiets down, a familiar anxiety creeps in. You check your bank account, and the numbers just don't add up. Despite the high income, you feel broke. How is this possible? This isn't a story about financial failure. It's a hidden epidemic among some of the most successful remote workers. A phenomenon I call the high-income nomad paradox. You've traded the 9-to-5 for a life of freedom. But somewhere along the way, you might have traded financial security for it too. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this glamorous lifestyle and explore the psychological and logistical traps that make even the wealthiest nomads feel perpetually poor. Let's start with the illusion of wealth. When you're making, say, $150,000 a year while living in a country where the average local salary is a fraction of that, it's easy to feel like royalty. This is the geo-arbitrage dream, right? Earning in a strong currency, spending in a weaker one. But this dream has a dark side. Lifestyle inflation on steroids. That cheap $5 craft cocktail. You start having 3 a night. That affordable Michelin-starred tasting menu. It becomes a weekly treat. Renting a luxury apartment that would cost a fortune back home seems like a bargain. So you take it. Your spending benchmark isn't the local cost of living. It's what you could have been paying in New York or London. So, while you're technically saving money compared to a high-cost city, you're spending far more than you need to, and your expenses quietly balloon to match your income. It's a subtle psychological game. Your brain justifies the expense by comparing it to a higher anchor price, creating a constant feeling of getting a deal. But 1,000 good deals can quickly drain a bank account. You're not living like a local. You're living like a perpetual tourist with a bottomless wallet, and that's a recipe for financial anxiety. Then there's the administrative nightmare, the invisible costs of a life in motion. Back home, things like health insurance, retirement contributions, and taxes are often automated, deducted from your paycheck before you even see the money. As a nomad, you are your own HR and accounting department. Let's talk taxes. It's a minefield. Are you a tax resident in your home country? The country you're currently in? Multiple countries? The rules are complex, very wildly, and hiring an international tax advisor can cost thousands of dollars a year. Many nomads, especially in the early days, adopt an out-of-sight, out-of-mind approach. They ignore it, but the fear of a massive, unexpected tax bill from a government you haven't thought about in years is a constant, low-grade stressor. It's a ticking time bomb under your financial foundation. Health insurance is another giant. Global health plans that offer comprehensive coverage are notoriously expensive. Many nomads opt for cheaper, travel-style insurance, only to discover it doesn't cover routine checkups, pre-existing conditions, or mental health support. So, you either pay a fortune for peace of mind, or you live with the nagging fear that one accident or illness could wipe out your savings. This isn't just a financial cost. It's an emotional one, a constant background hum of what if, and what about the future. When you're moving every 3 months, long-term planning feels abstract, almost impossible. Setting up and consistently contributing to a retirement account across different currencies and legal systems is a huge hurdle. The 401k or company pension plan that anchors your peers to a future of security doesn't exist for you. So, while your friends are building equity in a home and watching their retirement accounts grow. Your wealth is liquid, transient, and constantly being spent on the now. This creates a profound sense of instability. You could have $50,000 in the bank, but if you have no retirement plan, no property, and no clear path to long-term savings, that $50,000 can feel like zero. It's survival money, not wealth. It's the fund for your next flight, your next visa run, your next unexpected expense. This leads us to the social and psychological costs. The nomad community can, at times, feel like a highlight reel. On Instagram, everyone is thriving, launching new ventures, and living their best life. There's an unspoken pressure to keep up. Saying no to that weekend trip to a nearby island or that expensive group dinner can feel like social suicide. You're buying experiences, yes, but you're also buying your place in the tribe. This constant pursuit of peak experiences is exhausting and expensive. Your life becomes a series of one-time costs. A scuba certification here, a multi-day trek there, a festival ticket, a cooking class. These are amazing opportunities, the very reason you chose this life. But they don't build lasting value in the traditional sense. They are depreciating assets of memory. You can't liquidate a memory to pay for a medical emergency. Furthermore, the lack of a stable community takes its toll. When you don't have a support network of close friends and family to fall back on, money becomes your primary safety net. It's your buffer against loneliness, your solution to every problem. Need to fix a visa issue? Throw money at a lawyer, feeling isolated. Book a flight to a city where you know someone. Money becomes a tool to solve emotional problems, which is a very expensive and ultimately ineffective way to live. The constant decision-making is another hidden drain. Where to live next? Which apartment to rent? How to get from A to B? What's the best SIM card? This relentless decision fatigue wears you down. It consumes mental energy that could be spent on your career, your finances, or your well-being. Often, the easiest path is the most expensive one. Taking the Uber instead of figuring out the bus. Eating out instead of finding a grocery store. Paying for a co-working space instead of dealing with unreliable cafe Wi-Fi. You pay a premium for convenience because you simply don't have the bandwidth to do otherwise. So how do you break the cycle? How do you live the dream without the financial nightmare? The first step is radical honesty and tracking. You have to treat your personal finances like a business. Every single dollar needs a job. Use a budgeting app and be ruthless. You need to see exactly where your money is going. Not I spent about $1,000 on food last month, but I spent $450 on groceries and $550 on restaurants. The data will shock you, but it will also empower you. Secondly, you need to automate your future. Open a retirement account, even if it's just a simple index fund in your home country. Set up an automatic transfer for the first of every month. Pay your future self first, before you pay for your next flight or your next fancy dinner. This single act creates a psychological anchor of security. It's a declaration that your future matters as much as your present. Third, create separate sinking funds for the predictable but irregular costs of nomad life. Have a tax fund, an insurance fund, a visa fund, and a flight home for emergencies fund. When these expenses arise, you're not pulling from your core savings. You're using money that was already allocated for that specific purpose. This transforms a financial panic into a simple transaction. Next, redefine your definition of a rich life. Does it mean trying every trendy restaurant, Or does it mean having the freedom to take 3 months off to work on a passion project without worrying about money? True wealth isn't about lavish spending. It's about having options. Start embracing the nomad lifestyle. Stay in one place for longer. Go to the local market, cook at home, build genuine connections. You'll not only save a huge amount of money, but you'll also have a much deeper, more authentic travel experience. Finally, talk about it. Be the person in your nomad circle who brings up the topic of savings, investing, and financial anxiety. You'll be surprised how many people feel the exact same way but are too afraid to admit it. Sharing strategies and holding each other accountable can be incredibly powerful. This isn't about shame. It's about collective empowerment. The high-income nomad lifestyle offers an unparalleled level of freedom and opportunity. But freedom is not free. It demands a level of personal responsibility and financial discipline that is far greater than in a traditional life. The feeling of being broke isn't just about the numbers in your account. It's a symptom of instability, a lack of planning, and the psychological weight of managing every single aspect of your life alone. By building systems, automating your future, and shifting your mindset from short-term thrills to long-term freedom, you can finally align your financial reality with your income. You can build a life that doesn't just look rich on Instagram, but feels truly wealthy and secure, no matter where in the world you choose to open your laptop. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, let me know your own experiences in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the realities of the modern world of work. See you next time.